The future of Southampton midfielder Romeo Lavia remains uncertain as the talented youngster continues to be linked with a transfer to the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea. Lavia enjoyed an impressive 2022-23 season, establishing himself as one of the most exciting young midfielders in the Premier League despite the Saints' relegation to the Championship. His performances haven't gone unnoticed either, reportedly valued at around £50 million considering he is still only 19 years old. The alternative all along has seemed most likely to be Romeo Lavia. Like Caicedo, he's a young dynamic central midfielder with a good season of Premier League experience, and like Caicedo he's going to cost a lot, as he has multiple suitors. Caught offside today have a report claiming that 19-year-old Lavia is being linked with Liverpool and that Chelsea are preparing to offer close to Southampton's £50 million asking price in order to secure the deal before the Reds start to get too involved. We're not sure Lavia is really of the same caliber as Caicedo, but the most important thing is that we give ourselves options so we're not held to ransom by Brighton. Lavia also has the room to develop a lot, and one can see why clubs are thinking of paying £50 million for him. Chelsea have been warned that Mohammed Kudus will seize the opportunity to reunite with Erik ten Hag at Manchester United this summer if the opportunity arises. The Ghanaian striker is preparing to leave Ajax before the start of the 2023-24 season following a massive migration to Amsterdam. Kudus has not trained for the past 4 days as his future continues to dominate the headlines in the Netherlands. Chelsea are close to agreeing personal terms with the 22-year-old, but Arsenal and Brighton are also interested in the versatile striker. Manchester United are also keeping tabs on a player Ten Hag has known well since his time in Amsterdam, but they are now prioritizing the arrival of Atlanta striker Rasmus Højlund. Dutch journalist Marcel van der Kraan thinks United will likely prevail over any pursuers if Ten Hag decides to agree a deal due to their close personal relationship. He said the player wants to move to the Premier League and has told Ajax straight away that he wants to move to a new pitch this summer. Brighton and Hove Albion skipper Lewis Dunk says long-term Chelsea target Moises Caicedo is in a difficult place ahead of their Premier League Summer Series clash with Newcastle United. The 21-year-old is said to be in disbelief that his move to Stamford Bridge is being blocked, with the South Coast side holding out for a fee in the region of £100 million. The Goals have rejected a fourth bid from Chelsea in the region of £80 million as they hold out for a fee closer to their evaluation. Caicedo has been linked with a number of moves away from Brighton in recent transfer windows, with Arsenal also linked with a move for the Ecuadorian last season. However, the young midfielder remains a Brighton player and is currently out in America with Roberto De Zerbi's side. Dunk says his teammates are supporting Caicedo during his tough spell, but the rising star is expected to play against the Magpies in the early hours of Saturday morning. Dunk told Sky Sports, "It's not the first time and not the last for a player that's in the squad. Obviously, it's a difficult place to be in for him, but we are all there for him." Chelsea are said to be interested in signing Roma star Paulo Dybala this summer. Mauricio Pochettino is looking to bolster his attacking options despite having signed Nicholas Jackson from Villarreal and Christopher Nkunku from RB Leipzig. Dybala has a £10 million release clause that can be activated by foreign clubs this summer after enjoying a stellar campaign at Roma last term. The 29-year-old is no stranger to being linked with a move to the Premier League, with Tottenham reaching an agreement to sign him 4 years ago. The Argentinian has a contract at the Stadio Olimpico until 2025, but the release clause in his deal has sparked speculation that he could leave Roma. Dybala featured 25 times for Jose Mourinho's side in Serie A last season, directly contributing towards 19 goals. Dybala's eye-catching displays helped the Italian giants reach the Europa League final, as well as beating Juventus to a top-6 spot. Dybala's Argentina teammate, Enzo Fernandez, has revealed that he hopes the 29-year-old joins him at Stamford Bridge this summer. Asked about the speculation linking Dybala with Chelsea, Fernandez told Argentine outlet OL, "Yes, I saw something about that. We'll see. I hope he comes. I talked to him and told him that I'm waiting for him to share a barbecue or something. I need someone to share the mates." Chelsea have agreed a resolution with UEFA that will see them hand over €10 million, £8.57 million, after owning up to incomplete financial reporting under the Roman Abramovich regime. A new ownership group led by Todd Boehly and Clearlake Capital completed their takeover of the club in May last year from Abramovich, who was sanctioned over his links to Russia President Vladimir Putin. UEFA, which has also banned Juventus from competing in the Europa Conference League this season due to financial irregularities, confirmed it was approached proactively by the Boehly-led consortium. They detected instances of partial financial information being submitted in historical transactions occurring between 2012 and 2019, breaching UEFA club licensing and financial fair play regulations. A UEFA statement said, following its assessment, including the applicable statute of limitations, the CFCB, Club Financial Control Body, First Chamber entered into a settlement agreement with the club which has agreed to pay a financial contribution of €10 million to fully resolve the reported matters. The sanction represents another blow for Chelsea's current owners after a disappointing first year at the helm, with the club's 12th place finish in the Premier League last term their worst since 1993-94. Chelsea have forked out around £600 million in transfers since Boehly's arrival, while former Tottenham boss Mauricio Pochettino has been tasked with turning around their on-pitch fortunes. Chelsea said in a statement the owners became aware of potential impropriety when carrying out a thorough due diligence process prior to the purchase and, upon completion of the takeover, they reported this to UEFA. The statement added, in accordance with the club's ownership group's core principles of full compliance and transparency with its regulators, we are grateful that this case has been concluded by proactive disclosure of information to UEFA and a settlement that fully resolves the reported matters. We wish to place on record our gratitude to UEFA for its consideration of this matter. Chelsea greatly values its relationship with UEFA and looks forward to building on that relationship in the years to come. Juventus have also been reprimanded after a separate UEFA investigation, and as well as throwing the Italian giants out of European football, they have been fined €20 million, £17.14 million. However, half of that fine has been suspended and Juventus will only have to pay if their financial records for the next 3 years do not comply with the accounting requirements. Juventus, who were docked 10 points last season over their past transfer dealings, effectively ending their hopes of Champions League qualification, were found to have violated the framework of a settlement agreement with UEFA in August last year.